Yo, what's going on guys, my name's ElGogo and welcome to Scuffed LEGO Review Retired Edition. This is actually the first set on this channel that we're going to review that is retired. You cannot get this set anymore unfortunately, unless you go into like a shop locally near you or just a shop in general and they just somehow have this in stock on the shelf. You can buy it that way, but you can't buy it on the LEGO website. Also real quick, I'm very sorry that there's been no uploads for a while. I did undergo nose surgery, so I had to kind of not make any videos for a while because I couldn't really breathe. I couldn't really talk either, but I'm fine now. It's all good. We're back to making more videos. I promise there won't be that much of a break. Maybe. But enough of that. Today we are reviewing set number 76918, the McLaren Solus GT and the McLaren F1 LM. This is a set that I really wanted for a while, but I just never got around to getting it. And then when I found out it was retired, I was actually kind of mad because I didn't get it, but I went into my local shop and they had it and I was like, yep, I'm gonna have to get it because otherwise I'm never gonna be able to secure this set. But here I am. Hopefully you guys are lucky as well if you haven't got this set yet and you got it, because I can already tell this set's going to be very, very good for one reason. But this is like the double car deal with the Speed Champion sets. You get two cars in one set with two minifigs as well. Usually they price quite expensive. There is the McLaren Solus GT, which I believe is like a concept car. I don't actually know this car even exists in real life. I should know this because I'm a massive McLaren glazer. Yeah, this is the one thing that kind of put me off the set at first. I kind of just didn't really care about that because it doesn't really look that great. However, the one thing that I maybe want to really get this set is the McLaren F1 here. Already, by just looking at it, it looks so good. Oh my god, this thing looks incredible. This is like my second favorite car ever, and they did a really good job building that as well. Flipping around the box, we've got a whole bunch of different pictures here of the sets itself. We've got a picture here of the F1. It looks so good. Just the back of it. It's perfect. With like the little grill bits here as well. I don't know how they achieved that. I don't know if that's stickers or just, yeah, I believe that's stickers, but still, that just looks great. And of course the Solus GT, again, I don't really know this car that much. And we also get like a little picture here that you can flip the wheel up and put the driver in on the Solus, and then they just show the front of the F1 there. And of course we get real life pictures of the cars and the F1 in its all glory. And then you got the Solus GT there. I believe it has to be like a concept or like a really obscure hypercar. I've never seen that car before in my life. The set comes with this amount of pieces and it retails for this amount of price. That's an overall look at the box, and of course I'm going to stop yapping away and we're going to get straight to that time lapse. Hope you guys enjoy the time lapses. I switched up the music this time because I thought the old music was getting a little bit boring. Here's the set completely built though, and of course, as per usual, we're gonna have a look at the minifigs. Like I said at the start, the set comes with two minifigs, and I think these are personally my favourite Speed Champion minifigs that I've had or to own, because they've actually got nice detailing on them and they're all McLaren themed. This is the minifig that came with the Solus GT. I like this a lot. It's a McLaren race suit. There's leg printing on it, and there's some printing on the back here that says McLaren on there. There's the McLaren logo there as well. You get a woman and a male in this set, and it gets a nice hairpiece in brown. and she's got two faces, one more serious when she's racing, and then one when she's just chilling. There's only one spanner that comes with this set. Thank God, because I don't need any more spanners. Lego, thank you very much. She also comes with a black helmet. I kind of prefer the hair pieces on this one though. Same with the other minifig, but you do get a black helmet for that minifig. And then for the McLaren F1, you get this cool guy wearing a McLaren hoodie. He's not in like a race suit, but I think it's one of my favourite minifigs because the torso piece alone is really cool. It's got a nice clean white hoodie with the McLaren logo on it. It's got dark like blue trousers there with the basic male hair, but no other face printing on the head. Just the default Lego City one there. And he comes with a white helmet instead of a black one. It's cool that they just include different colours. At least they're both not black or both not white. So that's kind of cool. Now, we're going on to the main prize. First thing I want to start off with is the Solus GT. To be honest, I'm quite surprised how this turned out. It's a lot better than I expected, but I'm still just not a huge fan of how this looks. This very much looks like a creator Lego car set more than like a Speed Champions car set, but I don't think that's really Lego's fault. I just think this car looks very wacky looking. It looks very toyish. But you got the McLaren logo all over the place. Well, I say all over the place, it's really just the front and the back. The window comes off like any other car that's in a Lego set, and then you can move the steering wheel up to put the minifig in the little seating area there. No printing on the steering wheel, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer. But overall, it was a very swift and quite enjoyable building experience. I just don't really like how the car looks. It uses very cool building techniques, like these are on joints, and so are these little slope bits there to achieve the weird aerodynamic designs it's got going on. You do get the choice between having two different types of rims for the tires. I put on these 5-star wheels because they look a bit cooler, but I might switch them out for the other ones because they might fit it a bit more. Maybe that's what's putting me off a little bit, but you do get the choice of switching them to these ones as well. I haven't really got much to say about the Solus GT. I just think it looks really basic and kind of wacky looking. It's kind of on line with the Lamborghini that came out a couple years ago or something. It looks a little bit strange, a little bit just ugly. But we're going to get on to the main prize here. The McLaren F1. Look at this thing. It's so gorgeous, man. This thing is probably going to be one of my favourite Speed Champions cars ever, because it's one of my favourite cars, not my favourite car ever. That goes to the McLaren P1, but this is a close runner-up for that spot. They nailed just the overall look, and the colour choice is just perfect. It's got that papaya orange on it for the McLaren, which is just perfect. And the building techniques they use to achieve the look of the McLaren F1 is just so great. I was kind of keen about this door design, because in the box it kind of looks like it uses a black brick backdrop, but instead it's all orange, which makes it look a lot more better. I think they actually did a really good job with that. And the front is just it's my favourite part about this set. The front looks amazing. They achieved the hood of the McLaren F1 perfectly in Lego, which is quite a difficult thing for them to probably do, but they absolutely blew it out the park, and I'm so glad that they did a good job on that, because that kind of makes the car for me a little bit. Same with the back as well. The back is just so good looking, and these printed pieces here are not stickers. They actually are on the bricks, so it's very lined up, and it looks very nice. One thing that I think is kind of cool as well, that you can take off the spoiler here, and it can just be like a vanilla McLaren F1 if you want to replace these peg holders here. I think that's what they're called, I'm not sure, but if you replace these little pieces here with orange flat tire 1x1 pieces, you can pretty much just get a stock vanilla McLaren F1 if you wanted to. And again, same with the Solus GT, you do get the choice of having different rims, but I prefer these rims a lot more. They look more nicer than these ones for the McLaren F1, and these are grey instead of black. You can also take off the window like the other cars, and then here's all the inside bit there. It's got a yellow seat position there, and of course with the McLaren F1 it is a one-seater car, so only one minifig can fit in there. I don't know if you can already tell, but I am a big fan of the McLaren F1. Like I said, this is the basic version. If you take off the spoiler, you can make it look like that, but this is literally one-to-one copy of this car, and just look how perfect it looks. Sticker wise, these are the two sheets that it comes with, which is that's like, wow, that is very little stickers, which I'm very surprised about. The Solus GT coming to a whopping total of just 7 stickers, which is like, that's crazy. That's probably why it does look a little bit plain, because there's not really much stickers on here. And the McLaren F1 comes with 21 stickers, but there's a lot more detailing that they need to put on for the car, so that makes sense. But that's still a healthy amount of stickers to deal with, and they were overall very, very enjoyable to put on. They weren't a pain in the bum. They were pretty nice to line up, so it's a win in my books. Unfortunately, I will give this set like a 7.5, mainly because the other car that does come with the set is very lacking, and it kind of drags down the car a little bit, which is a shame. But you are paying for 2 cars, and if you want the McLaren F1, you're going to have to pay extra to get another car that you probably won't like, which is not really a good thing. And these 2-in-1 like Speed Champion Lego sets are not cheap. They are very expensive to just get one car, so that kind of drags down the rating a bit. But make no fool of it, like, I'm very happy with this set, especially the McLaren F1. I highly recommend it. If you are a fan of the car, you are going to love this set. And the minifigs as well is actually really good for Speed Champion sets wise. They have very good detailing, and they're actually quite high quality in my opinion. But it's just the other car kind of lacking that purpose of being here, and the fact that it bumps up the price by a lot. But still a healthy rating. I can't go too high just because the F1's really good. You know, there is some flaws with the set, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's my review of set number 76918, the McLaren Solus GT and the McLaren F1 LM. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on to get notified of all future reviews that I post on the channel, and like the video because it supports the channel massively. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.